Hello everyone, my name is Mandi Lynn. I'm an author, a book cover designer, and the creator of the book launch planner. Today we're doing the $600 book haul. So, let me explain a little bit. I am not rich. I normally don't spend $600 on a bunch of books. However, if you guys remember, Brittany Wang and I, we both live in Connecticut. We did this thing called the Indie Bookstore Crawl. It's something that the independent bookstores in Connecticut do in honor of Independent Bookstore Day, where all the independent bookstores work together. There's a passport that you fill out, and when you go to all the bookstores, you get a coupon for all the bookstores for 20% off. Plus, you're entered to win a $800 gift certificate, which is about $50 for every single bookstore you went to. So if you guys didn't watch that video and you want to watch the vlog, I highly recommend it. It'll be linked in the description as well as up in the cards. It's an amusing video because we went to a lot of bookstores in one day and we just lost it by the end of it.
Got a few more.
This is all just so cute.
We're running behind. We parked too far away.
I like the little girl. Hi, little girl. But that's not the best part. So the best part is, after all this, Brittany and I had a great time, and also I will say her channel will be linked down below as well because she has an awesome YouTube channel. But we had a great time. We just did it for fun. And I think we knew there was a contest, but we didn't realize that they were giving out prizes to 5 people. We thought there was only gonna be 1 prize, and we were like, there's no way we're gonna win, so we just did it for fun. I won, and I never win anything, so I'm super excited. So I won $800 worth of gift certificates for all the bookstores. Now, I have a lot of books already, so what I did was I gave $300 worth to Brittany, and she was able to use it to buy stuff, and then I kept the other $500 for myself. Now, because I had $500 worth of gift certificates, I bought a lot of books and I spent a little bit extra. That's why I say it's a $600 book haul, because I think once you account what I spend plus the gift certificate, it was probably about $600. I'm not really sure, but if you're wondering how much books I got, let's unveil it. Ba-boom! So, I'm gonna go through and we're gonna do some talking. I've got 2 different piles here. I've got a pile of just regular books, and I've got a pile of Canterbury Classics. These are my personal favorites. They're beautiful, they're gorgeous. I have a personal goal to collect all of them eventually. As you can see, I've got a good head start. So, what I did was, for any bookstores that I could call ahead and specifically order books, I ordered the Canterbury Classics. Now these are beautiful books. They are leather, they're embossed, I think is the word, and they've got some of them have sparkles. All around, they're very pretty books. So if I could specifically order a book, I ordered one of the Canterbury Classics. If I couldn't, I just went there and I bought books. So one of the stores is called the Book Barn, and it's basically just a giant barn full of used books. So that means I had $50 to spend, and it was used books, and most of the books ranged from $1 to $3. So that meant I bought this bag. As you can see, it says Book Barn, and it's got a picture of a cat because they have cats that live in the barn and, you know, just chill out there. You can see that I broke the bag because this was filled to the brim with books. So let me just go through and I'll talk about all the books that all the regular books that I bought. Some of these are from the Book Barn, some of these are from just other bookstores. Unfortunately, 2 of the bookstores that I had gift certificates to were going out of business when I went, which is a big bummer. I hate to see independent bookstores go out of business, but because of that, I got those books at a discounted price too. So that's why I have such a huge amount of books. It's not because I had $600 to spend, it's because a lot of the stores just had hugely discounted books. So let me just go through and tell you about all the books I bought. The Affliction by Beth Gutrin. The Retribution of Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delaria. Why Don't You Write My Eulogy Now So I Can Correct It by Patricia Marks and Roz Chast. A Step Toward Falling by Cammie McGovern. Where They Found Her by Kimberly McCrate. Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Precious Dreadful by Stephen Perlato, and this is an autographed copy. Vengeful by V.E. Swab. Unfriended by Rachel Vale. The Evolution of Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. Every Last Word by Tamara Ireland Stone. Bumped by Megan McCaffrey. The Madman's Daughter by Megan Shepard. Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zabia. The Beauty That Remains by Ashley Woodfolk. My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Chinsella. Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. And last but not least, this very cute little book. It's The Art of Harry Potter, a mini book of magical places. It's just this little book with all these illustrations from the series, and it's adorable, and yeah. So those are the regular books. So besides the regular books, we also have, I scored this Story Arts scarf at one of the bookstores, and I was very surprised to see it there, so I'm happy because their scarves are just so cute, and even though this isn't going to go with this outfit, I will model it for you really quickly. Then we have two candles. One of them is actually named after the bookstore itself. This was one of the ones that went out of business. It was Bank Street Book Nook, and the candle is called Leatherbound Books. And then the other candle is by a local company called Honeywicks, and it's called Chocolate Covered Cherries. And are you really a book nerd unless you have pins that go with it? I have a Harry Potter pin and then a Catitude pin. Okay, I've shifted so you guys can actually see the pile. I'm gonna work my way through. I will say one of my favorite things, not only are these books gorgeous, but on the inside of every single book, there's gorgeous art inside as well. So let's work through all the Canterbury Classics. If anyone's curious, I got 33 of these from the bookstore hauls. These were not my first editions of Canterbury Classics. I already owned these four from the first time I went to BookCon, so if you're curious, I already owned The Wizard of Oz, The Scarlet Letter, Sense and Sensibility, and Wuthering Heights. So let's talk about the books that I now own. So I guess we'll go in colored order, starting off with black. We have Black Beauty, Classic Horror Stories, The Phantom of the Opera, The Beautiful and Damned and Other Stories, Uncle Tom's Cabin of Life Among the Lowry, Jane Eyre, The Age of Innocence, The Romantic Poets, Madame Bovary, Emma, Pride and Prejudice, Little Women, The Jungle Book, Sleepy Hollow and Other Tales, Treasure Island, Les Mis, Dr. Heckle and Mr. Hyde, Tarzan of the Apes and the Return of Tarzan, Peter Pan, The Secret Garden, Hans Christian Andersen Tales, Anne of Green Gables, Mansfield Park, Odyssey, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, Classic Science Fiction, Persuasion, Moby Dick, The Awakening and Other Stories, The Poetry of Emily Dickinson, The Three Musketeers, H.P. Lovecraft, and last but not least, The Call of the Wild and Other Stories. Okay, and that's it. So I am gonna go put these all on my shelf in colored order, and they will all look gorgeous together. So if I chose these books that you guys just saw, it's because I've either already read them or hope to read them, or just because they're plain Classics. And I also I love the look of them together. I'm gonna have a shelf dedicated to just these books because they deserve their own shelf. They're absolutely gorgeous together. I've always wanted to collect a specific edition of a book, and I think these are the best to go with because they're gorgeous, they're leather, and they have so many in this series. So this is just a drop in the bucket as to the whole Canterbury Word Cloud Classics. If you guys want to see the full collection, I am going to link it in the description. It's not an affiliate link or anything like that, but I will say I highly recommend this edition just because they are such good quality and they are so gorgeous. Once again, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe.